Ladies and gentlemen, introducing No Objective Gaming with Aaron and Jordan. Bring it on! Turn that shit up!
Welcome to another episode of No Objective Gaming. Sorry about the lateness of our stream and...
The latest.
Yeah, the latest. And all the off and ons, I guess, if you were there having notifications going spam in your ear. But this is episode 52.
We were just really trying to get your attention.
We're like, here, jump on.
We promise we're a podcast.
Yeah.
I swear, we're professional.
We are. But I had to do my job while I was at home just then.
Big networking shit.
Yeah. Just networking king. Had to go and check every single thing around the house, and then I found the problem, and we're live. And we're going to be talking about: are you an antisocial gamer? Are you? I don't know. Let us know in the chat if you ever are, if you think you are or not an antisocial gamer.
And we'll talk about the differences between sort of social gaming and antisocial gaming, and yeah,
whatever you guys are.
Yeah, you talk to us.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you. It'll be sweet, mate.
Be good. But anyway, we've kind of set this up a bit differently today. We've gone through a PC. We had to redo all our OBS settings. So if things are off, don't hate us and just let us know that things aren't exactly right. But yeah, what have you been playing this week, Jordan? What have you been doing, mate? What games have you been playing?
Just Overwatch, mate.
Just Overwatch.
Yeah, I think I played a bit of Dying Light on PS4 the other day, just for a little while, but just Overwatch. Had a good night on Tuesday night with Fraser and Troy.
Yeah, actually, you got some SR.
We got a bit over 100 SR.
Nice,
and
mate. They
fucking got to gold.
What?
Yeah, they finally got to gold.
That's crazy, mate.
Yeah, it was quality. So it was good fun. We've all sort of discovered our roles in the game. Where I play the off support, Troy plays the main support, which is Mercy pretty much all the time, and Fraser sort of flexes DPS or tank, and it's working out good. We've got a little 3-man team.
That's cool. That's cool.
Kicking ass. So last night was a bit less good, but it was still good. But it was still good. So yeah, I mean, it's been a blast. The last few days.
Been an absolute blast, hey. What are you doing?
Just hanging out with the boys, mate. Playing games with the boys.
That's what's up, man. That is good.
Yeah. And then that's basically it. Like I didn't get the cable off you to play Red Dead this week.
No, you didn't.
So
did you?
I had to go and just do Overwatch this week, basically.
Okay.
And I did Destiny on Wednesday.
You did?
So that was okay. But like it it is what it is. We had to. It was a bit of an average stream. We were both very tired that night, Emily and I. So
yeah, you kind of just packed it in.
Yeah, we only went for a bit over. We went close to 2 hours, but not quite 2 hours. And we wanted to do X-Wing, but it's a bit of a setup. And we just weren't really feeling it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So anyway, in the end, it's still worth it.
Yeah.
But I reckon it was all right. So yeah. What about you, boss?
I played the Dissidia NT beta this week, which is the Final Fantasy fighting game. So I did that. That was pretty fun. It was different. I thought it was going to be like more face-to-face kind of punching fighting kind of thing, but it wasn't. It wasn't at all that at all. It was it's like a 3v3 fighting game. Oh. So, and you've got like little objectives and stuff like that to do in the fight. And I still don't understand how you win. I really don't. It's like it's bizarre, dude. Like you run in and then basically you can summon summons by attacking these crystals, and then you have to hold a button down and try and get your meter full, and then the summon will come through and just go nuts, man.
What the hell?
Yeah. So no, it was kind of cool. I had a good time doing that. It was different. It was a different game. And I don't know if I want to buy it. I don't know, because it's like $60 odd or something like that.
So it's a $60 isn't a full price game here. Not 60 Australian.
No, I think if you buy it at EB, it's like $89 to $90. but I was looking at it through Oz Game Shop. But I still don't know if I want it. I still don't know if I'm going to have... I still don't know if I'm going to actually play it. I probably just have it in the collection.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's all multiplayer. There's nothing else. You've only got bots that you can fight against.
Oh, that's not fun though.
No.
That's like Battlefront 2. Like, I mean, Battlefront in general. The bots used to be good in the older games, but now they're really not.
They're not. We just jumped in. We're just talking about what games we've been playing, RJ. So I just was talking about the beta I played of the Final Fantasy NT beta. It was good. It was a fun game. I actually did have a lot of fun playing it, but it's hard. Only near the end, after about 4 hours of playing, I was getting about first and second on the game meters and winning a few games. Because I kind of understood what I needed to do, and I got to get the points, got to destroy the crystals, summon a summon, and then everyone is going to get damaged except for us, and it was good fun. But yeah.
Yes. Welcome, Scuba. Welcome, Big Papa. Welcome, Fraser.
Yeah, they all came in after our long delay and our crazy ass.
Fraser must be on lunch or something.
Must be, since he's working away. I also played Final Fantasy 15, dude. I played I finished the DLC content for that game. All the DLC, and I was kind of sitting there going, damn, I wish this was in the game. Because this made Final Fantasy 15 a good game. Legitimately a good game.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was actually awesome. And I really wish they had that day one, because it explains so much stuff and it makes the game feel... It pulls the heartstrings a bit more, I guess. It puts you in the game, and it puts you in the environment, what's happening. It shows you how dark and evil Arden is, which is the main evil guy for the game, like the bad guy. And it shows you what they're doing. Oh, you got food poisoning, bro. Holy crap, Fraser. And it shows you about the city of Insomnia and Lucii, which is the bad people, and it just kind of shows the kingdoms and the stuff they're doing in the background. And why wasn't that in the game day one? Because everyone doesn't know anything about the conflict between both, I guess, empires.
So it's confusing.
And yeah, when you first play, you don't care about the city of Insomnia. You don't care about Lucii. You don't care.
Another example of the current format for releasing games.
Yeah, where you get...
And then the DLC format, just inflicting the art of games.
Yeah. Like, you don't know anything about these video games, and then they chuck you in a half-done game, and then they give you DLC you're meant to listen to, or you're meant to
but
play.
You can tell it was obviously formed as a part of the actual game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely. And it's stupid, man. It drives me mad.
The best ones are the ones where they have a fully encapsulated story that starts and finishes, and then the DLC is like either
extra
separate.
Content.
Yeah, it's like you can tell it's completely separate.
And that is what Zelda Breath of the Wild was. It was a finished game, and then they added everything else in.
Yeah, there's like other things you can do.
And I was actually I was reading some stuff on that new Zelda, the Breath of the Wild Zelda game. You know what they did? They recreated that whole game. Well, they actually created first the whole Zelda game to play in 8-bit.
Oh.
And then they said, if a game can play in 8-bit and is good in 8-bit, it will be a great game in modern day graphics.
Hey.
And so they actually made the whole game in an 8-bit overworld. Like, you know how the whole flat world they always had in 8-bit games?
Mm-hmm.
They made the game in that first, and then they recreated it in a 3D world.
So what? It's the same as Zelda 1?
No. It's they made Breath of the Wild 8-bit first.
But no one will ever play it.
No one will ever play it. They just did that in testing.
Ah.
Yeah.
Mate, you boys are fucking sick.
Everyone's sick, man.
Yes.
Everyone's got a bug. Everyone's gone mad.
Jesus.
Everyone's vomiting. They're all doing the Egyptian shuffle out one end and out the other end.
You know, I haven't thrown up for a while, right? So, so you remember the Seinfeld joke about how he hasn't thrown up in 14 years or whatever it is?
Yeah.
And he remembers the time. Yeah, so I couldn't remember the last time I threw up, right?
Yeah.
And then last year, I can't remember when it was last year, but Emily took me to her gym. So she went to HIIT Australia, which is high intensity interval training.
Yeah. All that bullcrap and trendy stuff.
Yeah,
man.
you know, all that stuff. Where they blast this fucking techno music. Yeah, that's right. It does.
Sandstorm just playing.
And so it was just loud, obnoxious. And anyway, and so I was like, oh, yeah, I'll give this is, you know, I wanted to go because Emily's like, oh, you just go for free. And I wasn't feeling good to begin with that day.
Yeah.
I wasn't a great idea. And I just started going crazy, like I was a normal gym. But it's different. It's high intensity interval training workouts are like meant to like exhaust you quickly, and you got to pace yourself really quickly.
Yeah.
Or not pace yourself quickly, but pace yourself. And I didn't do that. I went like, oh, I'll just do what I normally do at my gym, but I'll do it as a high intensity workout. Well, that lasted about 4 exercises, and I was completely fucked. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm losing blood pressure. I can tell. And then all the color rushes out of my face, and I start sweating, and I'm like standing there trying to gain oxygen properly. I'm like, no, it's not happening.
All the science behind Jordan passing out
I'm
or vomiting.
I'm like, nah, it's not happening. And I'm like, just walked outside to get fresh air, which is actually not what you're supposed to do when it comes to vomiting.
Well, what are you supposed to do?
I don't know, but it's not good for you. More oxygen makes it more likely that you're going to throw up.
Okay.
So went outside, and that was it. Just bang through. I haven't thrown up in years, and that was it.
Ooh.
Just threw up all over the freaking grass out the front of this.
I've had one of those bad times where you're sitting at the toilet, and you're like, I'm going to vomit, but I'm going to spray out the other end. And you go, what would I prefer on the floor? Vomit or shit? Yeah.
Vomit.
And I went, I've got some. And then at this one point, I was just like, I need to vomit so bad. I put my head in that toilet and vomited and sprayed out the other end on the floor. It was so bad. It was one of the worst moments of my life. You know, your dignity is just stolen from you as you shit on the floor. And
what, were you wearing pants?
It seeped out, mate. It was not. It
ruined your pants
because I was in my jocks because I was sick as a dog. So I just ran to the toilet.
What was wrong? You had like an actual stomach bug or something?
Yeah. And then just like it's just trickling down my leg, and just like. And I was like,
that's grim.
I'm done. And then I just sat in the toilet, and you just do the exact same thing not in the toilet, in the shower, and you just do the same thing. You're like, I'm freaking stuffed. I feel like I'm going to die. I should neck myself right now.
I haven't been sick like that in a long time, right? But that's the worst. When you're like, when you honestly go, I would rather, like, I don't know what to get out of this that's going to make me feel better. But you feel like you're never going to feel better. But I don't know. You boys, I don't envy the situations of throwing up in the middle of the night and fucking.
Oh, and the pain in your gut, like the muscles that have just contracted and
I felt good after I threw up at the gym, but then I was like, nah, I probably shouldn't go back.
I feel like I've done 100 sit-ups after you vomit. You know? It's just it's gross. And but anyway, I also played Dark Souls 3 this week as well. So
as usual. Good
jumping
man.
on the Dark Souls. It's good.
So you want to shout out to the new subscribers that came on?
Yeah, we probably should. I think his name's Vive or something like that. He's a mad dude. He came from Rebs' channel. And
Legend.
And we've also got, I've forgotten his name. He jumped in one day and just went,
we'll get the list in a second.
Yeah, we will.
But while you're doing that, I'm going to do Discord for the week.
If you don't pick the one I'm thinking of,
I'm probably not going to, but that's okay.
All right.
I'll have one and you can have one.
Yeah, okay. All right. What's yours then, mate?
All right. Discord for the week goes to Rebba Beers in the meme.
Oh, and the meme
chat.
Side.
Meme chat's been going off since creation.
It has. It's been going mental.
And she gets one for the meme at the lowest. So you should bring up Discord on the PC and show people. This meme got me cracking up last night when we were playing Overwatch. And it's the old memeology. That one on the bottom there.
That one here?
Yep.
All right. Oh, we can't pull it up anyway because we have to add another screen capture.
Bugger. All right. Well, good. You don't know. It's Hanzo, and he's just saying, teammates, we need a healer. Well, and then it says me. Maybe you should be one then. And then the teammate, which is the Hanzo, just with the maths, all the maths over his face, confused. It's the great. You can't describe memes. I don't even know why I'm trying. It ruins the joke. Join the Discord, join the meme chat, and give us your best fucking memes.
Well,
all right. What's yours?
This happened late at night, our time. I think it was Saturday night or Friday night, something like that. And Big Papa Synth chucks in chat. I think the worst thing just happened to me.
Oh yeah.
He has set up a hotkey to start streaming on his PC.
Scuba subscribed again.
Scuba, 3 months in a row.
Fuck, what a beast.
And he said that he bent his missus over the PC friggin' table, his desk, and she hit that button. And he had a right old time while his webcam was on and his stream was going. And he didn't realize until he'd finished.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not. You have to read Discord 11 o'clock at night, mate, on Saturdays. That's when shit goes down.
Did he quickly delete that? Did he?
Yeah, he deleted the video, but Big Papa was freaking the hell out, man. He was just like, "No, I'm done for. I'm done for, mate. It's happening. It's happening."
That's unreal. What the fuck?
So that is my Discord of the week, because I just went, holy crap.
I didn't read
man.
that, man. So that definitely would have won it.
Scooby's like, that was a good stream, man. I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, and I said, oh, he's making love. And Big Papa said, it wasn't really making love.
Yeah, there wasn't much love associated with it.
Oh, it was so funny. I lost my mind. And Appy's just like, don't worry, mate. No one's seen it. And he's like, but what happens if someone filmed it, recorded it? What happens if someone's got that? Like,
I mean, you got to be a little bit arrogant that, like, if your channel is brand new, that people are like, oh, what's this?
What's this?
Just, the chances of that, thankfully, the chances of that are very low.
Yeah, exactly.
As Aaron and I can attest to when we were first starting doing this.
Oh yeah, we could. I could.
I don't think we could get away with that.
Not now.
I think there's some people who would just be like, "Oh, you're streaming." Oh.
But I probably could have split my ass cheeks and showed my hole on the webcam for 6 hours, and no one would have seen it. When we first started.
Yeah, that's right. Just like a ring piece stream.
Yeah, just a ring piece.
Hashtag ring piece stream.
No one would have seen that at all.
Yeah, that's right. Fraser's got the porn lighting video for you. That'll help you out if you want to start doing that soon.
What the hell, Fraser?
That was so good.
Yeah. I can't stop laughing about that. But yeah, Demoralizer was the other.
Cheers, Demoralizer.
The other mad dog that subscribed this week.
Subscribing. And Scuba, are you doing a stream after this? I haven't seen you stream for a little bit.
He's been busy, mate.
Mate, we're all busy.
All right. What is this? What's that noise, mate? What are you doing?
I don't know. I got my volume off on my computer, so I don't know. Oh, there we go.
But yeah, shivers. All right. Well, what else are we going to talk about? Let's tell everyone that's new here in chat, even though probably no one is. But if you're listening to the podcast version that I should probably release every week, you can go follow us at Facebook at No Objective Gaming. We've got a Twitter at No Objective Game. We've got Twitch at No Objective Gaming AU, where we stream this live right now, and you can join in the conversation live. We're also got a Discord we probably should spam out on social media again. And it's underneath the Twitch channel, and you can click on it and join in. And that's where you get to go in for the running up for, what is it? Discord of the week. And
that's
you can
right.
chuck memes in. You can just speak crap. That's what it is there for. And we've got an Instagram at No Objective Gaming and a YouTube at No Objective Gaming. That is awfully quiet. But yeah.
YouTube sucks ass.
It does. And they've changed everything again for monetization this week. Did you see that?
Yes, they have. I have seen that.
Holy
so we
crap.
can't even monetize even if we wanted to.
We can't do anything. We have to have at least 1,000, is it?
1,000 subs.
1,000 subs, yeah.
Which is just a follow, essentially. Yeah. It's different to subs on Twitch. But then we also have to have like a minimum hours watched, I think,
I
as
think
well.
it's 400 hours or something like that. Or 4,000. Something stupid like that. So that would hurt a lot of channels.
Strangling the small streamers, small channels again.
Yeah, and I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. It's YouTube. No one cares about YouTube.
YouTube is doing it to itself, so.
Oh, they are. It needs to change, but if they do it. Anyway, what came out this week? If you like tennis, you can play the tennis game. And that's about it. And all there was betas. This week was beta week, mate.
Beta week. Beta male week.
You had...
All the betas are out in force.
Well, yeah, what do you got? You got Metal Gear Survive beta, if you want to go play that. You had the Final Fantasy NT Dissidia beta. You also had the Monster Hunter Worlds beta. And you had the Dragon Ball FighterZ beta this week.
Ah, true.
So it was 4 betas on this week, man. Far out. And they're all open betas too, so anyone could have jumped in. Scuba's been really busy. Yeah, mate.
Footy training started back up. Nice.
Yeah, that'd be full on. And
tomorrow morning, sweet, man. You might get a nice alert pop up on your stream from a certain channel.
Oh, what? Are you going to be streaming tomorrow morning, are you, mate?
No. I'm saying that when he's streaming, he might get a nice alert while he's streaming.
Right, mate.
That might give him a nice little...
That's pretty cool.
So, Scuba, you better do a stream tomorrow, mate.
Yeah.
He must so news?
Yeah, let's get into the gaming news, mate. Oh, wrong one. I pressed the wrong one. Don't worry about that one. This is the one.
This is a No Objective Gaming News update.
Yeah, well, that's news.
Yeah, that, actual news.
That's news.
Not, we just wanted to say, ladies and gentlemen, and then the news. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the news.
Yeah.
There we go. So it's all part of it, mate. Just shut up, everybody.
Yeah. This week, 120 people were arrested in China for creating and designing cheats for PUBG.
Hacks.
Hacks, pretty much. Hacks, cheats,
Don't
the
call
whole
them
lot.
cheats.
That's what they call them.
But it's what's called there. I get that, but it's not cheats.
And the crackdown happened due to PUBG's release on the mobile phone coming out soon. And they didn't want to... And apparently it is coming out on PC as well. And they're just sick of it, man. These companies are done with these friggin' hacks. And so, man, 120 people arrested, man. That's huge. Just for... Do you reckon anyone in Australia would be arrested for hacking a game?
It depends on... I think it has to hurt. They'd have to prove that they're hurting the company financially. China's much more authoritarian with like,
they don't really
especially with
technology
and intellectual property because they got some holdovers there from PRC.
Okay.
So I don't know. I wouldn't say that'd ever happen here.
No,
it's not illegal to do that. It's just like you get banned from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends. And again, I guess I don't know what the cheats are.
But maybe they're all like, this is like the breeding ground for these hacks and stuff like that. Because they're the ones that were making the hacks for Overwatch and all that as well in China. So, I don't know.
Don't know.
Cool. Well, anyway, hopefully it doesn't affect the release over there for them, this whole thing. I actually watched a video of PUBG on the mobile phone, dude, this week. And it doesn't look that bad.
Do you have the video?
We can have a
look. You know we can watch videos on here now.
Watch videos. I think it might.
My computer will allow that.
I think it might be in this link. I think that's where it was. I think they had it down the bottom, and it wasn't too bad.
China is not a dictatorship anymore, but that kind of along the same lines as Russia in that their government, the democratically elected government, kind of perpetuates itself by shutting out its opposition. So. They're not a dictatorship in the old sense, but Xi Jinping, who's the leader, is a bit more. He's still pretty backward, and the party system doesn't really work over there. So close to a dictatorship,
but it's not working properly.
Well, anyway,
let's click on this. Here we go. We can have a look. Pretty sure it was down here. Here it is.
Oh, here it is.
There it is. But check out this, man. That's freaking cool, man. I thought it looked really cool.
Yeah.
That might be really loud, actually.
I don't think so.
We'll open it up, actually. Where is it?
You're kidding me.
See, it actually looks half decent.
It does. Looks hard.
Yeah, it looks really hard. But look, there it is, sniping people.
And like how when they die, they just turn into green smoke.
Yeah. There's no blood.
Is it racist to make fun of the language?
It probably is.
So there's no blood, it's green.
Green goo. What a machine, sniping on a mobile phone like this.
Yeah, you must...
I'm covering.
Surely they got like someone who's actually efficient at mobile shooters to
If I get rid of myself off here, I reckon you can probably see the phone. Oh, I've missed it. It's probably over your side.
Oh, the thumb. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it plays exactly like PUBG. Like,
I played a bit of PUBG last night. That's right.
I saw that.
Yeah, me and Troy jumped on after Fraser bailed. He dogged the boys.
Oh, Fraser, mate.
Fraser dogged the boys.
All right, enough of this video.
Yeah, and we came second in a game. And if you watch the first game we played, watch the end where Troy had been killed, which is really shit because he got surprised by someone. He was looking for someone else, got surprised by someone, and then it was just me versus this other guy. But I had him, man. And then I think he had like level 3 armor and a helmet.
Scuba, it's fully released now.
It's pretty good.
PUBG is 100% released.
Yeah. You should jump on with us again, Scuba.
Yeah. It runs way better now, dude. Way better.
Yeah.
Like, I used to have mud houses when I used to play. Now I've got not
I don't get any of that anymore.
No mud homes, nothing.
I think the money they probably got way more money than they expected, which is more than enough to fix their...
They would have made a
Scuba's
money.
naysaying.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah.
Still runs like shit, mate.
It's still not AAA, but it's damn good. Oh, this week, man, World of Warcraft, they added scaling for levels finally for areas. So back in the days, you used to have to start off at the 1 to 10 level, then you had to go to the 10 to 20 area, then you had to go to the 30 to 40 area, and it was just do 2 missions, then go to the next area, or do 2 dungeons and go to the next area because leveling is so fast in that game now.
PUBG is not on PS4 yet.
No. So what they've done is they've added it as you start an area. You got to do your starting area all the time. So if you're like a Draenor, you got to land in your area. You got to do your level 1 to 10 area, and then you can go off to any area and go to 10 to 60. And then after that, you can go off to any of the Burning Crusade outlands, or you can go to Lich King areas or Northrend, and then you can go from 60 to 80. And then you can go to Pandera, Deepholm, or anything in the Cataclysm lands for going up to 90. And then after that, you go to WoD and the latest expansion, Legion, after that. And it will go from 90 to 110. So this is the first time they've done this. It's kind of trying to just make the game easier again for everyone. But it's about time they've done that in World of Warcraft because, my goodness, it's annoying to go to these zones because you don't get the appropriate amount of XP for your missions, for your killing of creatures, nothing like that. So now they've just opened it up and gone, bang, here
and
you go.
it's more open world, right?
Instead of you in a zone all the time.
Yeah, so it's like,
zone.
You have to go through here and then to here and then to here. It's like, no. This is an open world game.
Yeah.
You can go wherever you want. So like Skyrim, you can go to a different town and you can still fight creatures on the way. Like, yes, things will be, if you fight a dragon, a random wild dragon at level 10 in Skyrim, it's going to be fucking hard compared to when you're level 40.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least you get to do it, and you can beat them.
Okay, so it's not too hard.
No.
Ubisoft this week accidentally released the new DLC, the hidden ones, for the Assassin's Creed Origins, just randomly, and they said it happened because of the they misconfigured the in-game store, and they released it 1 week early. So apparently, at the moment, if you got to download it on the Xbox One, apparently you can still play it at the moment.
Yeah.
But they've patched it out, so maybe if you didn't update, you'd be done. So have fun with that if you got to play it 1 week early. But I don't really care at the same time, but it's just funny that Ubisoft stuffed up. And I just love it when they stuff up. And also this week, Final Fantasy 15 is getting a Royal Edition, which is the Game of the Year, but it didn't win Game of the Year, so they won't call it that. They're adding a few new things to this as well. They're not even adding it. It's like extra content that's not even in the DLC. Hopefully, it's just an update. But you get a new dungeon. You get Insomnia City Ruins. So it's an expanded map. You actually get to go back to the city of Insomnia and run around there, and there's all these new boss fights, man. It looks really cool. You can also add the first-person mode, so you can play first-person. You can get new gear and the new bosses again. You can actually ride the Royal Vessel, which is a boat, and you can cruise around in the sea now. And this is all coming in this new Game of the Year edition, but it probably will be patched in, all this content, like everything is in Final Fantasy 15. I have downloaded 30 gig of patches for this game, dude, since it's been released in 1 year. 30 gig.
That's a lot.
It's stupid. But anyway, you get the Gladiolus, Prompto, and Comrades and Ignis expansions on top. I'm still yet to play Comrades, but I don't know if I'm going to because it's a multiplayer thing, so you got to play with friends. So there's no point, and Jordan will never play this game.
Nope.
And you get all the other content, all the other DLCs with the Regalia skins and all new items and clothing you can wear. So whatever. And this comes out on the 9th of March, the same time as the Final Fantasy 15 PC release comes out, and that's actually going to be played in native 4K and can upscale to 8K if anyone has 8K monitors, which isn't. That's just a jerk off. And it also has Dolby Atmos sound enabled on it as well. So that's the latest sound card stuff that all the new headphones use is the Dolby Atmos. So they're gone hardcore with this release. Final Fantasy went next level with everything, and it doesn't deserve it because it's not really the best game.
Nah.
No. Also, Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age is coming out on the 1st of February on PC, and they just added 60 frame rates, 60 FPS, and you get 21:9 ultra-wide monitor support on it. And you get to join the New Game Plus mode right away from the start, and I don't know why you would do that. So it doesn't make sense.
All right, I want to look at this.
What's
Metal Gear
this?
Survive.
You want to have a look at some footage of Metal Gear Survive?
So
Okay.
it just come out. The beta, open beta, is open. Yes,
Yeah,
it is open.
It's open beta.
On PS4.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
69, mate.
69? 69?
All right.
Let's have a look at this.
So let's have a look. It's off IGN here, showing a bit of gameplay.
Bit of cool gameplay.
So the HUD's different.
Yeah, it is different. I like the loadout menu where you like buy your weapons and you upgrade your gear and you get all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's kind of fun.
Oh yeah. Okay. So there's an iDroid.
Yeah.
Still the same noises.
Well, I just thought they went, all right, here, all Kojima's work they're just using on this thing. They don't care. It looks so dumb.
Okay. So interesting.
You got like little places you can loot. Look, there's a zombie, but they're not really zombies. They're just the skulls. You know how they...
Oh yeah, yeah. Are they as hard to fight as the skulls?
No.
What's he got as a weapon there?
That's the first starting weapon. You get a javelin type thing. Still the same sounds of getting spotted.
I don't know. This kind of looks shit.
It looks really bad, doesn't it? Let's skip ahead of the video and we'll have a look, see what else it's got for us. He's
Fighting a
killing killing a wolf. He's gathering stuff. I don't know.
What's the purpose of this game?
Survival.
So what do you do? What is the...
So you've got like a little... Okay, so you've got to get to that mission, I guess. That's
Okay,
what
so
it is.
there is things... There are missions.
Yeah. I still don't know. I should play it today. See what it's like.
Stream it.
See what I can do. Those little gems there, that little gem crystal thing there, that is a teleporter. So you can lay one down at the beginning and walk away, and then you can just use it and teleport back to where you were before.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's definitely interesting, but I don't know if it's worth playing. I don't know if it's worth buying. If it's $30, I'll probably buy it, but I'm not paying full price for this thing.
I refuse.
Call me an old man,
but
I'm not paying full price for this goddamn awful game.
It just looks... I don't know what this is. Like, why do you call this Metal Gear Solid? Because it's using the same engine?
No, it's not. They've missed the Solid. It's Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah, but like, there's nothing about this that resembles Metal Gear.
It's only the engine that resembles
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it's just the engine. And yes, it's a good engine, but you didn't do anything really to make that a good engine.
No, you added a little skin over the top and added this new game mode. That's all. This should be like a DLC or an upgrade or an expansion.
I don't even know what's happened. This is so boring.
So bad. So bad. See, I don't know why you wanted to watch it. Because it really
No, I
was
wanted to watch it so that everyone else could see it as
Like,
well.
Yeah. I don't know. I should have probably played the beta, but yeah, whatever. Whatever, mate. Whatever.
That's what I think, Scuba, as well. Yeah, it's just Konami.
Konami trying to make money off
Yeah,
this
it's just
great
always
engine.
trying to make money off
Well,
the last bits of this property. Like, they're not going to release any more
No.
Metal Gear games.
They were saying when Kojima was still there, they don't want to make any more Metal Gear Solid games. They said, no, we don't want to make these because they're costing us too much money, and they're not. The profits aren't as big as mobile games. So that's probably what they've done. They've made this piece of crap just so they can make a little bit of money, but the profits are probably higher than what it costs for Kojima to make a game for 7 years. And
Yeah,
pay
because
7
they've already
years' worth
got
of
all the
people.
platform there
Yeah.
ready.
And this is all they want to do. This is Konami. This is modern day Konami. Like, they didn't even
Well-
want to make Silent Hills. And that game looked incredible.
Well, see you later, Konami.
Yeah.
You can go to mobile games all you like. I don't care. Go and do that. But
They
you're
just
not
want-
you're not gonna
They're just pleasing their friggin' shareholders.
That's all.
they're
Yeah,
doing.
it's a shareholder thing, not a gaming.
No. And that's what all the big ones are doing. Like, EA's doing the exact same thing. Oh, we make this much money, and this is our profits, and our shares go up every year.
Yeah.
Buy our shares. That's it.
Ridiculous.
It's garbage. Okay. This one's right up Scuba's alley, actually. They've got...
God of War Collector's Edition.
Yeah, mate.
I think I
God
did
of
see
War.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks
Cool.
kind of cool, man. So we'll pull a little image up.
I don't really like figurines. I'm not a big figurine guy
You're not a big fan.
in terms of collector's editions. I don't really like them. I like the ones you keep. I like Star Wars ones you keep in the box. I like that stuff. But
Not like this.
no, not big stand ones of an action pose or anything like that. Not really my thing. I like steel books. I backed
Yeah,
the Steelbooks,
Steelbooks are
mate.
sick, man. And I actually was in EB Games this morning and I saw the Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age. They had one there in Steelbooks, like Steelbox,
Yeah.
pre-owned, and I went,
How much was it?
Still $45. So I
Ooh.
was like, I'll wait because people will sell them.
Yeah.
So it does look cool. Yeah, Scoo's like, show me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. So is that like a?
But Scoo is a massive God of War guy, so he'll
He
back
is.
this. So you should
I don't know what
definitely get
these
it.
little guys are there. These little,
Minions.
minion things.
Yeah, the Steelbook does look good. Steelbooks always look. I got the Dark Souls 3 one. I was telling Aaron a little while ago. I found it for something. I can't remember how much it was, but I picked it up.
Oh, they're brothers' carvings.
I picked it up because I was like, oh, this is. I know I'm going to play this game one day. Dark Souls 3, that is.
Yeah.
And it was a Steelbook, and I'm like,
I'll back the map and just pointing
Yeah,
that out.
it's
That
look
looks
good.
sick.
oh, there's a map. That's cool.
Yeah, a little map at the back.
Poster, mate. Chuck that up on your wall.
But it's gone for 150 US, so it's going to be a
Ooh.
fair bit when it comes to
Yeah,
Australia.
it's going to be a lot of Australian then. 200 Australian, I reckon.
I think the worst collector's edition I bought, the most amount of money I spent on a collector's edition was. Do you remember the Halo Reach version?
No.
And it cost $250.
Oh, yeah? What was it?
And you had like a massive statue about this big, and it was all like hand painted, and it had like all the 5
Reach members.
Yeah, Reach members in this thing, and it had all guns all placing down. It came in this huge box, man, massive, and it had like it had a book of all of the notes from, I've forgotten the doctor's name from Reach, the one that actually took Master Chief from their families and stuff like that. And you can read about it when she went and saw him at school, and they realized he was gifted, and
That's
then they made a
cool.
clone and stole the child at night and replaced it with a clone that will die in 5 years' time because they hadn't perfected the clones.
Oh, wow.
So it was full on. It was really cool reading all the notes about the stuff she tested on them and how, like, I think it was like 60% of the Spartans actually died when they injected them with that serum or whatever. It was crazy.
So you was a bit too expensive, but you didn't mind what you got for
I didn't
it.
mind what I got because at that point in time, I was a massive Halo fan.
Yeah,
I went,
and in
dude,
hindsight,
this
it's
is
kinda
cool.
like,
and I'm just
ugh.
like, now that sits in a box,
Well,
and I
because
don't
it's
even
Halo,
know where it is.
and Halo's just sort of it's really gone downhill, especially with that announcement last week that they're not doing one this year.
Yeah,
That's I mean, if that doesn't upset
Why?
you,
like
and upset anyone here. It's got to one of the best shooters of all time.
that's from me going under tables, mate.
Yeah, getting busy.
Getting busy before I did this. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's one that I really want to get, one collector's edition, and that is the Metal Gear Solid 5 collector's edition with the big steel arm.
Oh yeah,
I want that, and that's just because I love Metal Gear Solid, and I would love to find a steelbook version of Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh,
So-
is there a steelbook of that?
Pretty sure there's a steelbook, or if you can find the subsistence version of Metal Gear Solid 3 on PS2, that's really hard to find as well.
What was the subsistence version?
That was when they added the extra camera angles in, like the 3D camera angles.
Oh.
So when it first came out, it played like Metal Gear Solid 2,
yeah,
and
it
they're
did.
all still. And then you added the second feature in by clicking an analog stick.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I wanted that. Yeah, you wanted the arm as well? Oh, man. And they had the full-on PlayStation 4 as well. The Metal Gear Solid PlayStation 4 skin
Oh.
as well.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5, I meant to say, not 4. Oh, there's a PlayStation 4. Who knows? Anyway, this was really interesting. I read this. A new Fable game is in development, man, by Playground Games. I've never heard of them, but apparently they make Forza Horizon.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Weird. And they're going to be making an action-based RPG. Going back to the roots of
So
Fable.
I think that's a bit more of a step from like Guerrilla Games going from Killzone, like a first-person shooter action game, to Horizon Zero Dawn.
Exactly. You're going from a racing game
Yeah.
to an action RPG.
So I'm skeptical, but I'm just totally open
Well,
to
this
it.
is what made me kind of go, this might be good, because they're currently in early stages at the moment. So
Yeah.
the only reason they know is because they're hiring staff. But they've already hired members from DICE, Rockstar North, and Ninja Theory.
Okay.
So they've pulled a few members from there, and they're currently trying to get 200 staff members at the moment for
All
this
right.
game.
That's good.
So
That's hopefully it's still a while away, obviously.
yeah, and look, it's Big Popper's right, man. He's just like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Like, this is what we needed 2 or 3 years ago, though, just to hear this.
Yeah,
And
instead
then
of
the
hearing,
game comes out this year or it comes out last year, right?
So Playground Games is apparently a European company as well. So they're going back to the Europe, like the roots of Europe as well. So like
Yeah, because it was a Euro game.
Yeah.
Lionhead was a Euro studio, I'm
Company
pretty
as
sure.
well,
Peter
yeah.
Molyneux was he's a POM.
Yeah, POM for sure, mate.
Yeah.
I can't wait. But I think it's going to be on the next Xbox console.
Oh yeah, you reckon?
Yep.
Yeah, maybe.
I
didn't think about that.
If it's this early stages, I'm giving it 3-4 years.
Ooh, okay.
3 years. Like
Heard it here first.
yeah. And I reckon it won't be on this generation, or it will be on this generation, but it will also be on next gen as well.
Oh yeah, that's
so it'll be that crossover
could
weird
too, yeah.
weird point, like when Metal Gear Solid 5 came out, it also came out on PS3.
Did it?
Yes.
I
So it
didn't
came
know
out on PS3 and Xbox 360.
that. Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yep.
Ugh.
That's how Josh played it.
Yuck.
Yeah.
That's yuck. That would have been shit. Man, that game on PS4. Ooh.
Yeah.
Such a good game.
So good. We'll have a look at this. So some person put all these cool little photos. Oh crap, don't want that. They put all these images of this new Xbox One Elite controller that's apparently been leaked through Reddit.
Mm.
I don't have Elite controller, so I don't know if it's any good or anything like that.
I think they're supposed to be definitely good.
Apparently they cost $200 a controller, so
Yeah,
they
you
better
want
be damn good. But
Yeah.
apparently they've fixed this part. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I
and
don't know.
They've
Yeah.
added this part in. I
Oh,
don't know
so
what
you can
that is. I
replace
know.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. But
Don't-
and apparently it's all USB-C ports on it.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, how the hell do you plug that into?
Oh, it's USB to USB-C.
Oh, okay,
So
right.
it'd be a USB-C chargeable port on it.
Right.
Oh.
On the controller. Yeah, I'm
on
thinking,
the
yeah.
controller. So with built-in rechargeable batteries.
I don't know.
Instead of
sure.
yeah.
If you're playing shooters and
And
stuff all the time,
this part
is
here
great.
really intrigued me. Bluetooth.
Ah.
Yeah.
About time.
That time.
Do Xboxes obviously have Bluetooth functionality in them then, do they?
Yeah, I think they do now.
But they just don't use Bluetooth controllers.
I don't know how it works. I'm not even too sure. I think they are still infrared. I don't know. I haven't caught up on my Xbox One knowledge, but I know Xbox 360 was still infrared. So, yeah, who knows?
Oh, Big Papa's got an Elite.
You got an Elite?
Yeah, I reckon what Big Papa's exactly right. If you play competitive games, so like COD or Overwatch on console or any of the competitive shooters, Rainbow Six, you definitely want a high skill controller. That's what Scuba's got. He's got a Scuff.
Yeah, and I've actually thought about it recently. I'm like, I wouldn't mind a Scuff controller or something like that because I'm playing enough on controller these days, like especially playing all the Dark Souls games and all that kind of stuff. You might as well get the best controller you can get.
Well,
But
yeah, but it
it's a lot
depends
of
on how
money.
much it's going to benefit you in that.
and I don't think
in
it's
that
going to
game.
benefit me. If it's just nicer to hold, I would like that too.
Yeah, but it's not worth that.
Anyway, yeah. At CES, they showed off. They didn't even. They got one photo here from Twitter, but we'll put it up. Do you remember the original Xbox controllers, right?
Of course I do.
Yeah. Well, get this. They're rebooting them, man. They're
Why?
rebooting them for PC, and they're USB orientated, and you can plug them into your Xbox One as well, I'm pretty sure. So,
But why?
because people liked the original Duke controller.
There's no way. There's no way in hell.
So, it got announced it's going to be $69.99. And it's going to come out.
Look at the suck job of a comment from Phil Spencer down there. Thank you for being such a force behind making this happen. Cool to see this coming out.
Good on him.
No,
It's going to be coming out in the end of March. But yeah, Phil Spencer is a suck job to
like
Xbox
that
at
is
the
the
moment.
biggest suck job of a comment on something that is clearly like not really a breakthrough. It's not like, oh, look what we did.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you got the same chassis of a controller and you just use the functionality that comes from your Xbox One controller.
It's so true, isn't
And
it?
it's a crap design. We all know it. We all know.
Even the original CEO is just like, yeah, that was way too big.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you can have it for novelty, but you have to at least this is why I'm saying it's a suck job of a thing to say, because no one's identifying that it's kind of funny. No one's saying that, like, oh, okay. Yeah.
And he's just like, thank you for supporting Xbox.
Yeah, it's like, Okay, then.
I thought the second gen of the Xbox controllers were the best when they made
They
them
did make a
slim.
smaller
Yeah,
one, which was the closer one to the 360 controller.
Yeah, and it wasn't this big.
No, it was a good controller. It was good enough. Like it's still never been efficient like the PS4 or PlayStation controller.
When I was 13 trying to play that original Xbox controller, oh my goodness, what an absolute nightmare that was.
I had both. I had a PS2 and an Xbox.
Yeah.
So I always had I had played both and honestly like I've never had issues switching between the two. It just makes ergonomic sense. The PlayStation makes ergonomic sense. Everything's evenly spread. Like
Yeah.
it's a mirror. You can hold the mirror down the side, and the buttons are generally evenly spread. So, Fraser said, biggest release for Xbox in years.
Dude, so excited.
So, yeah,
I think Fable is probably going to be the biggest. If we see any footage from that at E3 this year, that'll be huge.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Anyway, From Software had to come out because people are freaking stupid these days and say that the Dark Souls remaster is not going to be cross-platform play.
Jeez, why would you think that it would be?
Exactly. That's what I thought. I'm like, why? Why would they even make that? Anyway, this is for you, man. The Blizzard Overwatch World map is finally going to be
It's
released.
Blizzard World.
Oh, Blizzard Worlds. Yeah.
Blizzard World.
Yeah, Blizzard World.
So it's a really good map where they've combined all the different
Blizzard-orientated things, yeah.
new skins coming out and
And it's all coming out on the 23rd of January.
yeah, so pretty soon.
Yeah, so
I think it's
3 days away?
I think it's
Or 4.
a bit more. I think it's a bit more. It's a bit closer to Australia Day here, the Australian release.
Okay, all right. So 28th.
No,
Australia Day's 28th. Isn't
no, 20. You don't know Australia Day?
No, why would I?
26th, mate.
It's a jerk-off day anyway, where bogans hang their flags out their windows.
No,
of their
but
cars.
it's not. It's not that like I'm saying you don't know Australia Day
No.
because you should celebrate it.
No.
It's like you don't know Australia Day except
no.
you've been living here for ages. Like
Yeah,
it's just a day.
I've been living here for, 18
Yeah,
years
you
now?
don't have to go to
18
work
years
on
now?
Friday.
Yeah, I know. I knew it was Friday, but I didn't know what the date of Friday was.
Mate, for
Far
fuck's
out.
sake.
I'm no calendar, mate. Yeah, anyway.
You have to be a calendar to
I have
know
to.
when
The date is.
when's Anzac Day, mate?
I couldn't tell you that.
Okay, well then now that explains something.
Yeah, I don't know the date of that. All I know is like, sweet, I don't need to go to work.
You don't know the date of Anzac Day?
Why would I?
When's Remembrance Day?
I don't know.
Oh fuck
All
off,
I know
mate.
it's at 11 o'clock. You have to be silent. That I never am silent for.
Scuba.
Yeah.
Eat some lamb and crack a titty.
Yeah. Oh mate, what a joke of ads all them lamb ads are.
Oh, that's so
Far
stupid.
out. I saw this year's lamb ad because everyone was watching it at work, and I went, oh,
Fuck off.
how lame. All the Americans are probably sitting there going, "What is this Australia Day and eating lamb?"
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
What's fucking wrong with you, boy? That's right.
All right. So there's this new kind of PC gaming store kind of thing. It's not even out yet, but it's coming out soon, and they've just been giving details on it. It's called Robot Cache, or Cache, that some people like to call it. Cache. And they're aiming to allow people to sell their old PC games. So you can buy PC games and sell them, but this is thanks to the blockchain technology. So this is the only way they can do it, because you've got your own part of the blockchain when you buy a game. And you'll be able to exchange it for money, or this thing called Iron, which is the cryptocurrency terminology for a coin. All right?
Mm.
And so you can either take it back as money, or you can keep the Iron, and you can purchase games with Iron or the money itself as well. So basically, it's just another cryptocurrency coming out, but it's going to be intertwined with gaming-orientated things. So you can purchase games through it. But while you're not playing the game, you can mine for Iron. So you can use your graphics card to mine the algorithms so you can buy games for free by using your computer as a miner. So if you want to do that and get free games off this new thing called Robot Cache when it comes out, go for it, I guess. It's just a new cryptocurrency that everyone's getting on.
Okay.
Yeah. If anyone really cares about that stuff, I think the blockchain technology is fantastic. I just don't think that buying into them they're not going to make millions. They're not a viable thing. They're fluctuating. And this probably leads me to what I've done this week. I bought some Bitcoin this week just for fun. I bought the tiniest bit of Bitcoin.
I don't think you know the definition of fun, Aaron.
Because it's kind of fun. I put after it went into the account, it was $66 that went in there, right? So minimal. No, it's the price of a game I put in here, right? And currently, right now, I've made $2.80.
Oh,
my money.
Mate, sell.
Mate, I've done that, and it's only been, I think I bought it at 11 o'clock yesterday. And so 24 hours. I made $2.80 off Bitcoin. But
did you buy legitimate just Bitcoin?
Yeah,
Bitcoin?
I didn't buy Bitcoin Cash. I actually bought the legitimate Bitcoin, which is currently going for 16,800 Australian dollars or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's only because it took a dive this week down to 12,000 US.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest drop it's had in the last 6 months, I think. So biggest drop, but it was actually 6 months ago. It was $5,000 coin. So whatever. Cryptocurrencies, mate.
Yeah.
How crazy.
And it's gone.
Yeah,
that's right.
It didn't crash. It just went down and then went up a bit. Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Is that all the news?
No, actually, I read this bit this morning when I was just flicking around on the internet. Do you remember Rift?
Dude.
It came out back in 2011, but it only lasted for 2 years as a pay-to-play game. So then in 2013, they made it a free-to-play game, and they just filled your screen full of crap of buy this, buy this, buy this. Now, after 5 years, they've decided to release Rift Prime servers. And you can actually pay to play on them servers, and they take all the annoying stuff away and basically look how it was meant to look back when it released.
Damn.
So, I don't know. Why would you pay for it when you can play it for free?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Get the ads off there. Who cares? Let's fucking move on. That's boring shit. No one cares about MMOs.
MMOs are pretty much dying right now.
Yeah. WoW is the real staple here.
WoW
and it's
and-
showing some signs of waning.
Well, I think Final Fantasy 14 is almost surpassed WoW.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So Final Fantasy 14
those
and
two
WoW,
are those two are kicking ass.
they're neck and neck. And
sort
Black
of-
Desert Online, people still like to
Black
play that.
Desert.
Black Desert.
Black Desert.
Yeah, that Korean game, but yeah. Anyway, let's get into our main topic. That was the end of the news segment. Tell me, mate. Have you ever been an antisocial gamer?
Have I
Yeah.
been an antisocial gamer?
Yeah. But what,
I'd say, I don't know. I don't know.
but what is an antisocial gamer?
Well, I reckon.
Do you think it's an antisocial person or an antisocial gamer?
Well, an antisocial gamer is generally someone who's, I'd say, pretty much playing games on their own and almost exclusively, and then letting that level of gameplay affect their social
Their
life.
social life.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they're out of gaming life.
Yeah. My kind of thing is with this is I find an antisocial gamer as a person, yeah, of course, he doesn't talk to anyone online. But he might just like to play single player games, but single player games don't have that pull that make you antisocial in real life.
Yeah, but
Where-
but
so-
it depends on how often you're doing it and how if
Yeah,
that's your
true.
if that's your thing, right?
But I
So-
know that when I was heavily invested into WoW, I'd call myself a social gamer.
Yeah.
But I was antisocial to the world because I would not.
Well, that's what I'm
Connect
saying.
with
Well,
anyone.
that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
there. Yeah. I'm
So-
talking about, are you an antisocial
Social
gamer?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you prefer to just play games in an antisocial way?
He is. Look, he plays a social game and doesn't jump in it. He's an antisocial
Man,
gamer.
I've talked to the people that matter. Fraser and Troy. That's all I talk to.
That's all you talk to?
Yeah,
All right.
voice chat triggers me
Voice chat does.
because I have to hear dumb people.
That's garbage, mate. That is garbage. I hate that.
So I don't believe that, Big Papa, which is why we want to talk about this. I don't believe it's possible to be forced into being an antisocial gamer. I believe, this is subject to having my mind changed, that you can change that. But you can do stuff to be more social in games, to meet people in the same way that you have come across us. This is a form of socialization.
Oh, it is. And Jordan and I have had first encounters of this when we used to play a lot of Star Wars The Old Republic. And we actually flew to America just to have a holiday. And we ended up catching up with one of our mates that we played this game for 6 months with.
Yeah.
And he put us up in his house and we hung out with him for like 3 days. We stayed at his place. It was unreal. And what did we do? We sat around and played games at his house in the States. It was just like we're playing games here in
It was
Australia.
awesome.
It was real cool.
It
man.
was so good.
yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think, don't get me wrong. Like if there's things that cause you to not be social in real life and then you reserve yourself into games, that's like that means there's something else going on that possibly you need to address. But what I'm talking about is if you're generally a social person, Aaron and I, we're not the most social people.
No.
We're pretty reserved.
I'm definitely an introvert, and if I don't have my alone time, I'm freaking stuffed.
But I mean, but I do mean like you really, you can get into a cycle where you normally would go out, you normally would see your friends, you normally would do this, but instead now you don't. You go like, I'm just going to stay home. It's easier to stay home and play games. And what happens there is the cycle begins of, I could do it even when you're invited or whether you feel like it, you start to think, I don't want to, or they don't want to hang out with me. Those people haven't made an effort to see me, so they mustn't want to see me. And it's
I've been through this before, like firsthand, because I don't know, at one point in my life, I just got a bit fed up, right? Had enough of the people I was hanging out with, had enough of having multiple acquaintances with no kind of real friends. That realization of when you're a kid and you have a lot of mates, but they're not mates, they're just acquaintances. And so you just go, stuff them all. And I just sunk into WoW.
Yeah.
And I got hooked, mate. I was even to that point where even my good mate Josh, man, that I used to hang out every day with, I was just like, no, you know what? I'm not going to hang out with Josh. He's like, he even came to the point where he came to my house and knocked on my window because I was more wanted to play World of Warcraft than hang out with him and go skateboarding. I was just like, I don't want to do this. I'm just happy sitting playing this game. And at that point when I was playing WoW, all I was doing was leveling. And I wasn't even playing with Aaron or nothing. I was playing by myself. I set my desk up so I had my TV on the wall in front of me and I just used to watch TV shows and play World of Warcraft and level.
That is not that uncommon.
And yeah, and that's all I wanted to do.
And I think and as I said, like you could put the cart before the horse here and say the games cause you to be antisocial. I don't think that's necessarily true.
No.
I think there's a lot of factors that go into it.
But at that point, that was a savior. I can imagine if I was sitting in my room swallowing in my own self-pity.
So there's other issues a lot of the time that go into it that make you then go, I find playing games more enjoyable. I had a similar situation, which I've told you before, but I'll tell everyone else. I had mates when I was probably about 16 that weren't the greatest. Probably a bit more like loose than I was. Wanted to drink and muck around in the streets at night. Like I don't really know why anyone would want to do that. It doesn't really seem fun to me. But I went out and wandered around the neighborhood at night with them a couple of times, and I was like, what are we doing? Like, what's the point of this?
Yeah.
And anyway, I ended up, they used to come around and when they'd hang out, because they were each separately my friend at first, but then they started hanging out with just each other and doing this weird shit at night, getting their frustration out on construction sites and breaking shit. And I was like, and then they'd come around to me and go, we're going out. I'm like, I'm tired. And I'm like, I'm going to just sit here and play PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to
vandalize. Yes.
I'm like, I don't know what the point of this is. And eventually that's the catalyst for turning around and going, I don't really want to do this. Like, you guys keep doing this. I don't want to do that. So you can just go away.
And the easiest thing to turn to is video games, but it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's bad.
And I definitely did the exact same thing you did, where I became extremely antisocial and did some pingers. As Fraser has said there. I became very antisocial, and my friends were like my family. That was it.
Yeah.
Because they were my only friends. Because guys, we're pretty like freaking we're closed off. We have small groups of friends. Not like, it's a bit different for women, but we have small groups of close friends. Not so much anymore for us. I find it like we've made a lot of friends through this.
Yeah, well, like, and this
everyone
is
in chat I would call my friend, which is pretty cool. But I mean, before we had this, we would have had very small groups of friends. And when you lose those friends, you're like, fuck.
What do I do?
What I do? You know what I do? I get on fucking World of Warcraft. I get on, Counter-Strike, and I play multiplayer games with people.
Yeah.
Man, we know how to be friends. I love that.
That was so good.
Oh, so good.
But yeah, I've loved my World of Warcraft times. I had the best time playing them games. I
loved the Star Wars times, but that was the first MMO I played.
Yeah, that was weird. I came over. Remember when I was dating? We'll talk about the story about how I met Jordan, dude.
Yeah.
we can.
This is about social.
This is social. I met this chick, right, at a bar, like a grubby bar, like you usually do. Yeah, and so we were just hanging out, and I went over to this guy's house, or because this chick lived with this guy named Jordan. And I was just sitting there on the floor, and I was talking about the Star Wars game, and she's like, "Oh man, my roommate freaking loves Star Wars." I'm like, "Oh really? That's cool." And then he rocked up, and he was just a mad dog, and I'm like, "Dude, how good's this game going to be?" And you're like, "Yes." And then we all jumped on. We all jumped on the same server. And we bashed it out.
Yeah.
Every friggin' day.
This is post come home from bakery.
Yeah. I was baking bread, waking up at God knows when in the morning, and
old raccoon sketty.
Raccoon sketty. Right. And it was full on, and
it got very social to the point where we did a couple of LANs.
We had people coming out the arse on that. We were on a good server. Remember the people? Remember that other server that was chasing us because we were good at PvP? And we left that server, remember Aaron and I? And they kept PMing me going, "Oh, can we please talk to Aaron? I know like that guild master shouldn't have done that." And rah. And it was just real bad. It was real fun. But anyway, Jordan and I built this friendship. We pushed that bitch out and we became best buds. And we read it.
Yeah, but then we were doing the Tagalpa gays.
Yeah, the Tagalpa
gays. Ooh,
we were living in a 3-bedroom house alone,
Freudian slip there.
I still feel a bit mean what I did when we pushed her out. We just chucked all the shit in the garage and we just said, "Here's the key. Come take your stuff whenever you feel
Why
like
would you feel mean now?
I don't know. I do.
I don't.
I think that was a bit of a nasty thing. I was a bit of a dick back then, but oh well.
No, you were just assertive.
Oh,
you were just like, "I only want to live with this man."
Yeah, I don't want you around anymore, you grubby mole.
Yeah, go piss on out of someone else's car. That should be sketty stories for another time.
Yeah, we'll talk about the pissing out of a car incident. Who was that? That was Grace.
Yeah. Shitey.
Gingerhead
so,
Grace.
and then we got much more social. Like we yeah, I think we got very social with games then. Games happened all the time. And after that was actually when we started getting into board games and stuff, which is another topic for this that really matters. Yeah, he didn't dog the boys, mate. He fucking held the boys up on a pedestal and said, the boys are always there.
Yeah.
So, and then we that was a real turning point for a lot of social sides to our gaming. And you guys got into Magic. I broke into my old Star Wars card collection, and Emily and I started playing with some trading cards, and it was and we've never really looked back with that ever since.
No.
And we still have great fondness for tabletop games and that sort of stuff. So, and that was really where I stopped a lot of my video gaming for a long time.
Yeah, that's when I really kind of stopped the MMOs.
Yeah.
I started studying IT and I flogged myself when I studied that. Full-time study in 30, what was it? I think it was, I ended up working 36 hours a week. So it was almost full-time work and full-time study. What a friggin' idiot I am. I was getting up way early in the morning, working extra early, and then finishing at like 8 o'clock and then driving to study after that. I was an idiot, mate. Just friggin' smashed myself.
Extreme.
But did it. Go for it, mate. Big pops. But yeah, I honestly think you can be antisocial in life and be social in a game, and I don't see much difference in it. But there probably is. It probably is a big difference when you come and you have to go to work and have to socialize with people face to face. I guess it could take away from that.
It does change the makeup of your brain, really. Like it will. Your neurological connections won't fire off the same way as if you're having constant face-to-face interactions.
But them times I had playing Swatter with all them guys, and we were social as every day. We were talking.
I think it's different. Like we like what you're saying is good, but I think you and I were in the same house. Okay, so
we
even
did
after
see each other,
even after the game was done, right? We were like, oh, we'll jump off. It's time to go to bed. You know, we catch up for half an hour and just talk about whatever we were doing in the game. And you have those face-to-face interactions as well as online interactions.
Still doing it, yeah.
So I think it's basically the moderation argument, which is what I'd pretty much advocate for as much as possible when it comes to this stuff. It's just, keeping it moderate and not going to too many extremes with gaming or anything in general, really. But that helped it keeps you like, oh, let's go and we didn't really, we sort of teed it off there, but we'd go and see a band.
Yeah, we used to do that every now and then.
Yeah. We went and saw First Blood at fucking down at Beanley.
Oh, that's right, mate. That was sick. That was a sick show.
Yeah.
And then we went the next night. I went the next night to go see him in the pub as well.
That's right. But we were gaming like crazy at Tingalpa.
Yeah, that's true.
But like we still went. So you do have those moments. You're like, but if you develop social anxiety through playing,
I don't think I've ever been to that point.
No, but it's very common.
It would
from just living on computers, like or computers or consoles, and even with multiplayer games, if you don't have, even with a close group, but there is a disconnect where if your close group involves people who aren't in your vicinity, so like you can't just go and catch up with them. Like with you, I can just drive to your house, right?
Yeah.
But if you're say like,
so if you lived in the middle of the outback of Australia,
well, I can't just go and hang out with Troy. He's down in Tasmania, right? But even bigger example, you can't go and see Big Papa Synth.
Yeah.
Even if we play games with him, so that you can have that connection over the net, but it's different. There's a face-to-face connection. We, as humans, it's just different for us when we actually see people face-to-face. You have a physical connection.
If you live on Bribie,
that's right. Bribie, another country, mate. I don't know what to tell you. I'd never see you, mate.
You got to get out of Bribie. No, you got to catch up, man. Got to have some food, mate.
We did. We did.
That's right.
It was quality.
Fraser was telling me all about it, mate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got some Greek food, mate.
Oh.
Halloumi, fucking. Friggin'
salty
souvlaki.
That saltiness.
So good.
Yeah.
So I think it's just really, you got to have a bit of both. And once you get it, you don't realize how much you needed it until you're like, oh, I can do both. I can play games on my own. I can play games online. I can stream and play online. I can stream and play games on my own. I can go over and play games with mates, or I can just hang out with mates.
Yeah.
However, I think a lot of our, it's good cheese, isn't it, Scoobs?
Yeah.
I think our interactions are often through the lens of gaming. So you and I if we were hanging out, like when you came over,
we're just sitting around playing video games. That's good.
But it's not that we're like, oh, sit there and shut up and play video games.
No,
it uses like a conduit to like talk about nonsense, and
it's like having music on in the background. That's what it is.
It's like people who sit around a table with music on while they just eat food or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think we like, it's like entertainment, like having the TV on or anything like that. But it's good fun and it's something to talk about. And other people, if you play multiplayer games together, always good fun. So,
especially couch co-op. That's the main one.
So board games for me, like, there's another part that I want to talk about as well. It's really it does keep you social. It's difficult though. Like I found when I went and got into X-Wing quite heavily for a year or so.
That's right. You're going to comps and all that stuff as well. Hey,
I was playing that a fair bit, and it's still a great game. But this is disappointing. But a lot of those people are definitely not the best at being social. They're social in a strange way, and I can't really relate.
Of course they are. Far out.
And a lot of it, like, so you have different levels of people. Like some people are chilled out. Some people are cool. Some people are like, just like you or me, but maybe a little bit different, which is fine. But then there's others that you can tell they're quite reserved. And you try to have a conversation with them over the table while you are competing against each other, but you also,
this is the trouble. Like when I went to that Pokemon thing with you guys, you could see them children are like that way inclined. Like that one kid that had that Rubik's Cube and he could just solve it in a second. He's like, done. And then just messed it all up and then done. Like he was machine, but they're so awkward.
Yeah.
And that's why I used to just sit there and kind of troll them, piss them off.
Yeah.
Like when they had all their cards there, I'm like, oh, hey, mate, can I trade this card? They're like, hey, that's my card. I just used to troll these little kids, but it was good fun because I never played Pokemon. I couldn't do it. I got beaten by these little snots every time. I never won one game.
And that setting is really weird. We when we were doing that, we were going to the casual tournament there. Like it is, you get matched up with people who are chilled out, and I'm always about, whenever I play these games, I'm always about, if I get someone across the table from me who wants to have a chat about the game or just speak shit, that is my priority, not the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't really care. At the end of the day,
I don't even have the cards. I was borrowing them.
Especially with Pokemon, I didn't care. No. I was doing it because Ollie was paying for it and I'd win him cards.
Yeah, and that's all it was. All he wanted was the free booster at the end of that card.
Yeah, and it was cheaper and it was just good to play. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time I'd be like, this is frustrating because you get people who are
They
fucking
just sit there flicking through their cards.
alpha gamers, and they're like trying to
doing that weird shuffle, mate. You know, the
pro
real
as
quid.
fuck,
Yeah.
and they're basically there to like just practice off you. And I'm like, oh.
Well, you're practicing off the wrong person. Probably.
Yeah. But there's all different types of people, and you can't just. You have to learn how to interact with all the different people. And you know what? When those people come around and they want to be fucking tryhards in the game, you go, well, time to turn on my tryhard. You know, not to get to their level, but be a bit more.
Oh, here's MLG Jordan coming out, like trading card Pokemon
well,
champion.
we had this one guy who was playing. He refused to be social. He was just a dick, and he was an absolute dick to Ollie as well in one game.
He wasn't that Asian bloke.
No. It was some other dickhead.
Yeah.
And he just wouldn't. He was a real like stickler for rules and stuff. So one time he fucked something up, and he tried to take it back. So Ollie said, "No, you've done something that's irreversibly changed the outcome of the game, so that you forfeited that game."
Oh,
yeah. And he like just said to him, "Was like, well, I'm not." And he's like, "Are you serious?" And Ollie's like, "Yeah." No. You want to, if that's how you want to play, then be consistent across your own rules. And it's tough dealing with those sorts of people, because you're like, I want to be social and like you want to just chill out and talk shit and play games, but some people just get worked up.
Oh, way too worked up, man. And I think that is that kind of antisocial behavior right there from them children, where they are playing this game, but they're playing not a co-op game. They're playing a versus game, and they struggle to speak with people, and they're all about winning. So it can really screw things over.
I think Scuba probably experienced this a lot when he played Magic. Magic has a broader audience though, so it's probably not too bad, but I definitely would have experienced some people who...
Yeah. I got a mate at work, and he plays Magic, and he is like, he does rock climbing. He travels the world, but he plays Friday Night Magic every week. Like, and he's just a normal bloke, but he just says, I just enjoy how you can really manipulate this game with a deck of cards. Yeah. And that's all it is. He just loves the brain side of the thing.
Strategy.
Like,
that's all it is. I love that stuff as well. Probably not as much as this guy.
Yeah, he's full on.
But that's cool. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not, your life isn't centered around this thing. And that's why the extremes, was what I wanted to reiterate, was like, if you take things to the extremes and you really, go, this is my thing. This is like, obviously everyone should have their passion, which is good. And whatever you're interested in, if it's a career or anything like that, that's good. But you have to balance these things. You can't, you can't go all in on one thing, and then that's the thing that I do, and I don't do anything else. And
I tend to do a bit of that, especially with, like, say, all the settings for streaming and researching new things, and always trying to keep on top of all the latest things.
That's okay, but you don't just do that.
No, I've also got a family to look after, and I talk to you guys
and
in
you
the
play
mornings.
games, and it'd be different. I'm talking about someone who's just basically like, well, Pokemon is my life, for example. Pokemon's my life. Every time I go and play games, I'm playing to win. I want to be the champion at Pokemon, and I just have this casual job in the background.
He wants to be the very best.
He does.
The best
now,
there ever
the
was.
world needs people like that, which is kind of strange.
Yeah.
But it turns those people, sort of like the people who, like, when you talk about, the old meme of like anyone who's in politics must be like a sociopath.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard that. Yeah,
because the world needs people like that to make hard decisions and be, really, really averse to being social, so they can be experts of what they do and change the world. But when it's a game, it's different. It does.
You're not doing anything. It doesn't. Playing with bits of cardboard.
It doesn't lend itself to being taken so very seriously that it consumes you. Scuba just said he started teaching Emily Magic the other day.
Nice,
mate. You got to come. We got to play some games. I really want to. I'll have to get you over, and we'll do a board game stream.
Have a legacy playthrough.
Oh,
because he's probably got no latest cards.
I don't know. Do you have the latest cards, Scuba?
I don't think he's collected for a while.
Yeah, I think he was saying he wants to get back into it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, what else were we going to say about this? We had some other.
I think I was just going to more brush up on, like, how you can be an antisocial gamer, but you can be a very social person in IRL.
Yeah.
But then if you're a very social gamer, you can be very, like, non-social IRL. So you could do that.
Okay. So Scuba's saying he hasn't got any for about a year or so.
Yeah. So you're way out of that cycle.
Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ugh.
They had the worst size cards too.
Yeah, Japanese. Smalls.
They were just bizarre. I never liked it. But I don't know. I have fallen into the trap of both, like being the single player only gamer. Just don't talk to anyone when I play games, but then I will go hang out with them on other times. And I did that all through my childhood. I played only single player games, never played multiplayer games until World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
That was it. I never played any.
I don't think that's entirely true of you. I think you're being a bit unfair to yourself. I think you're still social.
Yeah.
You're still a normal social person.
But it's like a less anyway. Like I'd push mates away just to play World of Warcraft.
So you might be an antisocial gamer in the sense that your main focus of gaming is to be on your own.
Yeah.
And to play a single player game and to be left alone.
Because that was my escape from reality. So.
Right. That's fine if you have that balance.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't affect you and turn you into, antisocial Aaron.
Yeah.
And I mean, I reckon, to be honest, man, I'm sort of there with you. Not in the sense that I'm antisocial, but I'm not really interested in going places.
No,
I just want to stay home a lot of the time.
The weekends come and I've been out all week already, so I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think it comes from working full time, especially for you supporting family as well.
Yeah.
And that's another thing to consider. Like the more responsibilities you have and considerations you have, the more difficult this becomes. But and the more balance you need to undertake. But I don't know. I think that it's great. These things, while they can be negative for you if taken to extreme, are incredible positives for people
that are antisocial and have a outlet to talk to people.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're not taking them to the extreme, they are often really like beneficial to you and in a certain sense. And there's only a few things you really got to watch out for, like sort of the lack of delayed gratification in gaming and all that sort of thing. It keeps you the addiction. And it can happen. It's very uncommon, but like it can happen. But I'd say that
what's happening more and more now is they're making half-assed games that just hand things through to you. So I don't like that at all.
So no, I'm not streaming tonight, Big Papa. There's no I don't do Saturday night streams. We basically don't stream from here until Monday when Aaron jumps back on.
It's kind of we kind of have the weekend off almost, except for the podcast. So
yeah, only for if we have something that's like,
so if there's a special thing happening,
betas and stuff. But
I feel like doing a catch-up stream, but because I feel a bit itchy, I want to do it. Bad Lad, what's up, my man?
My man,
how you been? Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't too much else we want to talk about, but I really want to know, are you guys classify yourself as any social gamer? Have you ever been at that point where you don't want to do anything but play video games socially or single player games? It doesn't really matter.
If you don't want to talk about it now, it's fine. Drop us a chat in the Discord and we'll talk about it next week just before we get into the next week's topic.
That's why we've got this here. Like I love hanging out with everyone, chatting to people every day on Discord. I think this is one of the best things I've done in my life was one of these things. Especially Discord's been the best thing for this channel because you can keep that community and that conversation going from stream to hanging out during the day. And and especially when that includes people from overseas that you're like, you would never connect with people like this in any other way. No, and this is thanks to the glorious internet, but this has changed the world.
Yeah, and I think that there's just periods, I think people go through parts of their life where it's really common to have a slow pace of maybe a social life. Maybe you were more social before and then it slows down. That's totally common. Yeah, that happens.
It does.
Doesn't mean it lasts forever. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. But it does mean you might need some self-reflection and just introspect on what you might be able to do to do or not do to fix it.
Yeah.
So, Bad Lad says he's always wanted to play video games instead of socialize. And I mean, like I think socializing is a broad term. Like I don't want to socialize all the time, but I do like I like going and seeing my family. I like going and seeing Emily's family. We do a lot of stuff like that. And then we like and doing stuff just Emily and I. Yeah. But that's about as social as I get. I
don't want to go out to a bar. I don't want to go out to busy places. I don't want to go to a festival. I don't want to do that crap.
No.
I don't even go to shows anymore because I just can't be bothered with that crap anymore.
Big Papa's given us a bit of an explanation here as well. He said, I think I qualify myself as an antisocial gamer. That's why I'm wanting to do Twitch because it makes me social and doesn't make me feel as shitty because I feel like I'm socializing. And I think that's a good point. And Twitch has provided that outlet.
It definitely opened that outlet for me as well, because now I don't want to play a game unless I'm playing it with you guys on chat. Like, I enjoy the interaction. I enjoy experiencing things that you may have not have seen or you have seen. I just enjoy doing that with people now. So I guess that's my social thing. Yeah.
Fraser's given us another explanation as well. He said games and anime were his life when he went through a rough period. Human beings can be cunts and you get turned off them for a while. That's definitely true.
So true, dude. I did the exact same thing when I just had enough of having all these silly acquaintances that they didn't care about me.
No.
And I think the thing was when my mother died, it was just kind of like, well, you know, all these people don't care about me. Far out. I might as well just cut them all out of my life. You know what I mean? And you go through them dark periods, and games are there to pull you out, and also family there to pull you out as well. But yeah.
Yeah, you get, you really get, what is essentially, for lack of a better word, soul searching, and then you can, and a lot of the time, you know, like, there's nothing wrong with being down or not feeling good while playing games or anything like that, especially if you're taking action to make yourself feel better as well as playing games.
Yeah.
Like, those things can help you, especially give you something to occupy your mind, because often your mind can be your worst enemy when it comes to feeling a bit better. So, I think it's a tough one to deal with.
Yeah.
Sometimes being too antisocial, especially when games are really fun. So I don't know. Bad Lad said, drink beer, play video games, and chill with chill people. That's the way I enjoy. Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
I agree. I think there's a lot that's come out of the mainstream sort of side of gaming now. Like that. So like, if we look at major channels, not necessarily Twitch channels, but YouTube channels that create their product basically all through gaming, and then they have like groups of people and a community around that. For like-minded people and fans of whatever they're producing, and that draws people together. That's a way for people who would normally be antisocial, you know, maybe to have something in common and have something to socialize.
To feel like they have a purpose. You could be saving someone's life from that thing.
Well, sometimes I have heard this is not uncommon.
Yeah, from
people, you know, YouTubers, Twitch streamers who make people's lives enjoyable. I have heard that does happen, and it's disappointing to hear, but you know, whatever it takes sometimes. So, and it's tough to deal with. But I think it's cool that there is places. There's places in the world for everyone of all different types. I think sometimes it's just hard to figure out
where that place is.
Yeah, exactly.
How to find that place.
Yeah, and if it means jumping in a Twitch chat, if it means watching some YouTube videos of people you like, do that. And
listen to podcasts. That's a big one as well, because you feel like you're part of their lives and you can join their forums and their Discord servers. It's great fun. I don't know. I think it's great. I appreciate everyone here in chat. I love them all. I reckon they're good mates to me. I would call them all mates because I'm chatting to you guys nearly every day on Discord or on Twitch.
So we might have once been antisocial gamers, but I don't know. Like, there's periods where I'll play games on my own, but not really.
Yeah.
I barely ever do it now. Even when I play a game on my own, so just playing a single player game, I'm often doing it in the lounge room, and Emily's with me.
Yeah.
So she's watching TV and
she's doing something else next to you.
She's drawing and I'm playing a game. And I don't really go and sit in my room and just play a single player game. I don't really have.
I always do that.
I mostly, whenever I'm doing that, it's on stream.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, love you too, Big Papa, mate.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's really changed, and it's cool that we have this outlet. Obviously.
Yeah. This is. I seriously love doing what I do. I get up. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be getting up at 3 a.m. in the mornings.
Fuck no, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And it doesn't feel like a chore like when I used to be a baker and get up at 3 a.m. That used to be the worst thing in my life. And I used to complain every day about waking up early. But now I wake up early and I love it. It's good. I enjoy it. I love talking to everyone before I go to work. I love getting salty in Dark Souls before I go to work. I don't know why, but it's damn good. I feel like it's a great thing I've done in my life. This is unreal. Starting Twitch and podcasting. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think just the takeaways from this should be just to keep an eye on, like,
if you're sinking down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, if you don't feel good when you're playing a game, and then when you get off that game, if you don't feel good, I say the 2 red flags that that might be, especially when you finish the game, like when you stop playing the game, so you turn your console off or you turn your computer off and you go and do something else. If you don't feel good in that moment, that's where I'd have a think about why that might be, and then
I started doing that with MMOs. Every time I got off, I wasn't feeling good anymore. I was just like, what the hell am I doing?
A lot of really good psychology that I'm not going to talk about because I don't want to give psychological advice.
Overwatch competitive.
Yeah. That's absolutely right, Fraser.
That's so true.
You know what? That's an interesting one on its own. Of course, you loved Bad Lad.
Yeah, you're loved for sure, mate.
That's an interesting one on its own because challenge is very good for you. So
yeah, I think that's why I love Dark Souls so much. The fact that you're not just following a breadcrumb trail to the next quest.
Yeah, not just do menial things. You don't have to think.
Yeah.
So
it's like chasing the dragon with the heroine in South Park.
Yeah. Overwatch competitive, for me, I get off there and it frustrates me, but it gives me an actual outlet and I have thoughts about why I'm like this. And I go, whoa, what did I do? Or what's my brain telling me that caused me to be this angry? And then I remember I still like playing this game and I still enjoy losing games and winning games, because if I won all the games, it would be too easy and it wouldn't be enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like any other single player game, it's just too easy, where you're like, it's just basically a story tacked on to like a bit of gameplay.
Yeah. That's true.
But all the antisocial gamers have gathered to be actually social. That's right. Yeah. Oh, you play WoW ranked PvP. That's cool.
Oh, dude, that's incredible. That's
hardcore.
Hardcore.
Fraser, absolutely right. Pushing yourself to reach goals. Setting goals is the biggest thing to stop anxiety and depression.
Yeah, goals. Getting out and stepping out of your comfort zone, I guess, is a big one for anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those things are really, really, really important. But I think most people know that the hardest part is following through, and that's where the lack of delayed gratification in games plays into that, because it's easy to do that in games. In real life, as opposed to that, it's Scuba, you going to Lifeline Book Fest, mate? I'll see you there.
Jordan's going to be there as well.
I'm going there straight after this. So, bud, I'll message you on Discord.
Lifeline Book Festival.
Yeah.
If I said, hey, Dan, do you want to go to this thing? She'd probably laugh at me.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys don't read?
No.
I'm not a psychologist, Big Popper. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to people.
You wouldn't do that?
No, I can't do. You could talk about psychological stuff on a podcast. I get it, but I'm not qualified, and I'd prefer to not say something wrong.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
baseball? What the bloody hell's going on today? Am I in Australia? I thought this was Australia.
Danielle joined a baseball team here in the off season of soccer one year.
God damn.
All the girls jumped in.
Yeah.
She thought it was pretty fun.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You
can give your insight. Yeah, you could.
Yeah, but I mean, I prefer to just talk about it in relation to games, so that it's not so serious and not so.
Well, yeah, if you have something super debatable, it's gonna just blow up, and people get so butthurt these days, and it goes from 0 to 100. No one has a nice debate anymore. It feels in that kind of area. See you, Scuba. Have fun.
See you, big dog. So yeah, I reckon that's what that's about it that we have to talk about on this topic.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like, it was a very short one. I just picked it because I thought, yeah, you know what? We've all been there. We've all felt like we're antisocial gamers or we're social gamers. And like, we just wanted to compare them, talk about them, bring up our past, have a bit of a chat, and see what you guys thought. So
yeah, I think just remember that it's important to be social, and of course it's a broad term. Social doesn't mean you've got to go to a fucking pub and sit down and talk to random people you've never met before.
No.
Social just means that you just like you interact with other humans, I guess, regularly. So whether you could say that social gaming would be you have regular people that you play games with.
Yeah, you've got a guild in World of Warcraft,
and then not just this, you also interact with people you don't know. So you
still get them techniques of learning how to talk to people.
Talk to strangers. But then also, I think social gaming can also include going to tabletop thing, going out to those sorts of events. I did enjoy that when I did have good interactions with those people.
Yeah, even like when we went to EB Expo, that was great. We talked to a couple of randoms. We got to know some other podcasters and some other game people on Twitch and stuff.
You just don't want to lose that ability.
Yeah.
You don't, and it is a skill. Talking to people, it's a skill, and people forget that if you stop,
because you got to be a master of small talk when you meet people.
As you get older, you don't want to. It's just what happens. I don't know what it is, but you just get set in your ways.
Old grumpy Jordan.
Yeah, you get set in your ways. You don't want to. I fucking don't want to talk to people, and then but then when you do, often you're like it's almost always a good experience.
Yeah,
I don't know why it would be. Why it wouldn't be a good experience unless the person's a dickhead. Which is very unlikely.
Only if you're talking to these robot anime girls. If you had a piece of software like dating sim,
Fraser said, "Do anime girls count towards being social?" Fuck yeah!
If they're on a dating sim and you have to pick your ideas of what you want to say to them,
that's awesome. Yeah. Raiden Storm said, "Am I an anti-social gamer? Just throwing controls at random locals when I lose count. When I lose, count as antisocial. Do it, bloody locals, mate.
Yeah, bloody locals down the tavern.
Bloody locals.
Yeah. All right."
All right, guys.
Finish up. What are we going to be doing this week?
I'm doing Red Dead. I'm definitely doing it this week.
Okay, you're playing Red Dead?
So I said it last week, but I forgot the cable that I needed from you.
Yep, and you're picking that up.
Getting it on my way out of here. Playing Red Dead this week.
Cool. I'm going to be playing Dark Souls 3 again. So we have to update our event thing as well on Twitch. So we have to put that up so it translates it to every person's time zone so everyone knows when we're going live. So they don't have to do their own translations on time and current, whatever friggin' hell it is. But we've got to be more on top of that, I feel, this week. We've got to put them down when we're going to be scheduling our streams. So people know. I'm really thinking about doing a little sneaky off-schedule stream sometime soon. And it's going to be What Remains of Edith Finch. I want to be streaming that game.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know when that will be. Maybe tomorrow morning, maybe not.
Do it tomorrow.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. I'm keen to play that game. I really want to get that experience of that game and see how awesome it is. It looks awesome. It won so many awards, so why not play it?
Yeah.
It's that game snobbery thing again.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
I know.
You're going to sign up for a Waifu Online? Do it.
Nice.
Get those real life dolls and use them.
Nice, Ryden.
All right. Yeah, let's finish up. And thank you guys for jumping in chat. Thank you for sticking around in Twitch here. Don't forget to give us a follow on all of our social media accounts and on Twitch itself. And don't forget to be a part of the Discord server so you can be notified whenever we do anything or whenever we have issues like we had before and the podcast was an hour late.
Yes. So thank you, Fraser and Scuba, for resubbing.
Yep. You awesome legends.
Fraser did resub this week. I did forget to mention that.
Yep.
Big Popper for dropping by. Ryden Storm. Bad Lad. But yeah, you guys, thank you for hanging in there. I know we're late.
I was actually looking at the Overwatch League scores the other day, and dude, my team is third on the ladder, mate.
Oy.
Yeah, New York City.
I wonder if New York's one of the Korean teams.
Yeah, I wonder.
Because there's a few Korean teams.
Oh, really? Okay.
Nice. Thanks, Fraser.
Who were you going for again as well?
London Spitfire.
Hang on. We should put this part of the topic, man. Going about the Overwatch League, you know what I mean? We should do it. I reckon it'd be fun to see what that is, hey? See that, so we can always talk about our team and how well they've gone.
I know that London Spitfire's kicking ass.
You reckon, mate?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
On Spitfire, they're about to go live. They're going live, or they're going live now. Is that what that is? I don't know. Where's it standings? Let's go.
Yeah, they are on right now. Fraser's going to watch it.
Oh, nice, mate. Nice.
Yeah, where is standings? Did you click it?
Yeah, it's just
there.
Okay. There we go, mate. New York sitting at number 2 and London Spitfires at number 3 so far, but I think New York's already played. So let's see what London Spitfire does after this match.
Yeah, Seoul, obviously, South Korea.
Yeah.
New York, and I think New York and I know London is a Korean team.
Okay.
I say Korean team. It's just that they're all Korean who in the team. So it's pretty cool. They're crazy good. But New York might also be Korean.
But
if
how?
you look at the lineup of their, if you go to teams, go teams there, and go New York Excelsior, view roster.
Oh, wrong. One. Yep.
No, you went to Houston Outlaws.
Oh, so it is on the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, go down.
Get out of it. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. All Korean names.
Yeah, all Korean names. Far out.
Yeah.
And London Spitfires, what are they?
Korean.
Yep. Far out.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's damn good. I really like what Overwatch has done with this because I started looking at it. I check it like once a week and going, oh man, this is sick. I'm actually enjoying this. This could be my sport I get into, you know?
Well, that's
what
it is. That's why it's so good. Is because it's better. Like in some ways, it's better than real sport. So
yeah, definitely better than real sport. Well, that's cool. So if anyone hasn't picked a team, go pick one and shout it out in Discord, I guess. So yeah.
Just a quick random fact about something you said earlier. I don't know what you're saying there. Big Papa.
They chase the dragon and the heroine in South Park. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for dropping by. Let's quickly finish up.
Yeah.
Thank
you guys for sticking around.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening to us speak crap. And I'm going to be talking more about my Bitcoin next week because I think I'm going to purchase a bit more things. I'm going to go into altcoin, I think. There you go.
Altcoin.
So not Bitcoin, in the alternate coins, I think. I'll stick the same amount of money into another one and we'll see a comparison on how much it's going to grow and stuff like that and see what I can do.
All right.
See if I can get this PC fund.
Damn.
Through
Bitcoin.
Through Bitcoin.
All right, guys.
Okay. See you later, guys.
Thank you for dropping by.
Yeah, and we will be streaming throughout the week and we have to definitely update our Twitch stuff. So
That's right.
we'll do it. Okay.
All right, guys.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.